Hello, hello, and welcome back to the NUFC Opinion Blog. Hello, and welcome back to the NUFC Opinion Blog, Springwell Social Club monthly podcast, episode 2 for September. Tonight I am joined by a few more guests than I had last time. I've got on my left Ben and Will, and I've got Wayne, Dean, and Neil. Dean, of course, you'll remember from last time. So I thought I would start by talking about the first thing that happened since the last podcast, which was the defeat at Norwich City. So I thought I'd start by asking you two, Ben and Will, what do you think went wrong on that day, and like to do with the formation and sort of the way Steve Bruce was playing? Why do you think we had such a bad loss?
I think the thing for me was that when you look at where Joe Linton's playing, he's not getting enough support. Like Almiron isn't getting close enough. That's, for me, what's letting us down. Because if we're going to sit back and defend and then push forward, we kind of have Joe Linton with no support, like on the counter, which kind of have that.
I would say same with the Watford match. I would say we're missing Perez.
I said that.
Yeah, I think Almiron doesn't do enough on the ball in providing like that creative spark that Perez.
Perez got in positions as well, though, didn't he? Like get the goals and what have you.
I noticed on Saturday Almiron was offside quite a lot. I don't know if you saw that or not, but either way. But then of course there was a lot of debate about the 5-3-2 formation that Steve Bruce was playing. Emil Kraft made his debut against Norwich. He had a bit of a nightmare.
He had a good chance, didn't he? To score.
He did at the start, yes.
First half, but I feel like that's what's going to get us the points. Like if we score first in those positions, Joe Linton again had a good chance, but it did look a bit worrying, I would say.
So I'll move into you lads over here. So what do you all make of the defeat at Norwich a few weeks ago?
I think by the time we played Norwich, Steve Bruce had only been in charge a couple of weeks, and he changed the formation to 3-5-2, and the players had been drilled into them for three and a half years to play the 3-4-3, and it clearly showed. We got rinsed off a championship team, so I just think basically it was quickly reverted back to type, but that was a poor performance that day, in my opinion. We got found out.
We got rinsed off the Championship's top scorer as well.
I know, Timo Pukki.
He looks good though.
He does look
Where did he come from? Celtic. Did he clean up with Celtic?
He came. I think he did play for Celtic before.
No, he was when he
Celtic, yeah, he was.
And he turned out, did he?
Not really, no. But my opinion on the Norwich game is, I think Steve Bruce needs a bit of a chance. Like Wayne said there, he's trying to find his team. It's a brand new team. It was pretty late being appointed when you think of things.
Yeah, no, he take the work.
And I think, I know you're going to move on to it, I think since, when you look at the way he set Newcastle up, you touched on Almiron there, and I'm looking from afar, but to me, he looks so desperate to score his first goal. He's offside all the time, he's running around like an endless chicken.
He's too eager.
He's too eager, yeah, that's the word I'm looking for.
But I mean, they've given him a free road, haven't they? They've given him a free road of late, type of thing, where when he came in last season, he was the left side of the front three, and he knew his role, and he just pounded down there. I'm not saying Richie found him every time, because that's the only contention for me anyway, but he knew where he was playing, and all of a sudden he's given a free roll, so he's coming deep all the time, bang, 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 looking for the ball, and that's not where he's dangerous.
You can tell the guy's got a bit of quality about
He's
him.
got talent.
But, and I reckon if he scores a goal, he'll score a hatful, but at the minute, he just looks like an endless chicken to me.
He looks lost. And I don't think that's. I think that's because he hasn't got a set position there at the minute. Like this is, you just drift. You can't do that if you're going to play the position, the formation that they're playing. You've got to have them there.
But taking it back to the question of the Norwich game, it is still early days though.
It was a result that we didn't need.
New players in.
We've got a result that we didn't expect.
If you take August as a whole, we've come back with 4 more points than we had last season.
Our start's been quite bad as well.
Exactly.
And it's not quite as bad as last season, but we've had a bad start.
But I'm sorry to interrupt you, but how can you put in such a good performance at Spurs, and I thought it worked. Don't get me wrong, I was watching half of the Burnley game at the same time.
Yeah.
But you put in a good performance at Spurs, and then play against Norwich and Watford the way you play. I don't understand
you know yourself as a football fan. tends to be what these our types of clubs do. You, Burnley,
It seems to be more Newcastle than anything else.
You just find this extra bit to play against the top six, and then you play someone afterwards.
It looks like he's just said, just go back and play how he played.
Tottenham never looked like scoring.
That's
in my
what I
opinion.
thought.
A totally different team. Like going.
Do you know, has anybody said, look at some of the senior players, a couple of years, we've played this way for 3 years, I don't know. You know, behind the scenes, you never know. You know, because he went backward and all of a sudden they looked a different team and they were putting up challenge in and Tottenham are dirty. They're dirty. They're dirty. Anyway, and honestly, but I just thought the way they played against them, they were in their faces, were pressing.
That's what I'd say. When I watched that game, it reminded me of how we played against top 6 sides last year. For example, when we beat Man City, you know, we're defended deep and let them come on to us and then hit.
So what did they then do against Watford? And just say, I'm not going to play like that anymore.
Well,
Is that our problem?
Inconsistency.
No, is that our problem? Look, because the top 6 sides are coming at us, so we're set up that way, and then we're playing like players on or teams on our ilk. We'll run up ideas. We'll run up ideas. So hang on. Use attack us, man.
When you look at Watford, I watched Watford's first 2 games of the season. Got beat 3-0 at home at Brighton. They've been absolutely shocking. They have been shocking. And to be fair, they weren't much better against. I only saw the highlights, but they weren't much better against Newcastle.
No, they were never so. They were never taken.
You know,
I personally don't think we've got good enough players to take the game to another team, which is what we're being asked to do against teams like Watford.
Unless it's the last 10 minutes. We always seem to come on strong, whether we win, lose or draw. We attacking unless why? Where does that newfound heart come from in desire?
But can I just add though, it's not a Bruce issue because you used to do it under Benitez as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Totally agree.
But then if you look at the Arsenal game, we had no urgency in the last 10 minutes.
No.
I didn't think. I thought
we actually started that game quite well, to be honest. I thought.
I mean, that just looked like a typical first game of the season game. Same with Arsenal.
Yeah.
We got beat off Arsenal, to be fair, but also were there for the taking at St James's. They were, because you know, you look at all the young kids he had in the team, and they didn't play well.
The Arsenal goal was one bit of quality did us that day.
It was a mistake. Was it? Williams missed the ball and then
fell.
We respect too many teams.
Too much.
Well, that's my problem with the way we play. We're saying, oh man, how about that? At the end of the day, you're at home, and now the fans I expect just can't never go. And you know, that's what we used to do. And we used to win when we lose. Teams used to here come to St James's Park. No, it's like a cathedral. It's so quiet.
Well, it certainly has lost a lot of its prowess that it used to have in years gone by. But obviously, going with the whole Mike Ashley situation, is not turning up the matches, is that the right thing to do?
Apathy. As came in. Apathy. That's the problem now. The crowds are dropping.
They'll not drop below 40,000, and that's still a good.
I'll tell you what it is. There's no way on earth that there was 44,000 that crowd that day.
I was surprised by how few there were. Like,
there's no way on earth. They're counting platinum clubs, they're counting season ticket holders, whether they come or go.
That's counterproductive to your team though. The way I look at it is, you're not going to. Ashley's not going to be deterred by that. One bit. Only thing it's going to affect is the team on the pitch. Do you know what I mean? Because I've been there, I wasn't there with you last season as a Burnley fan, you know, and it's an intimidating place, you know, for teams to go to. If you lose that, then you're in trouble. It's simple.
Well, the atmosphere's dead. Everybody's complaining about the atmosphere. Now it's just dead.
The Tuesday night game, when we played last year, anyway, the atmosphere was red hot.
I remember that match as well.
It was red hot, and you played good. What we played, terrible.
I've got the video. Pulling his hood over his head, like even the post, like that when scored the second. I've still got the video.
But that's the 12th man they call it. I know it's an old cliche, but it is the 12th man.
I agree with Dean. I mean, club's been there since 1892. He's been there since 2007. It's a blink of an eye within the club's history, and it might go on for another 10 years. But the club will still. It'll only going to exist if the fans don't exist. And you're Newcastle.
But at the same time, we're having to suffer all of this because of him. So, what is the solution to that? All this? How do we remove it?
There's no solution.
There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. He owns your football club and he will sell it when he's ready. When he's ready. And it doesn't matter. He's the kind of guy, stubborn, the way he comes across anyway. He's not going to bow down to people that have empty stadiums. He's not going to bow down to that.
I know you've probably said it's well walked over, but whatever happened to the table? Where's that gone?
from
There was never going to be a takeover. There was never going to be a takeover.
Recently,
Listen,
as soon as it
Listen,
came
I'll
out,
say something on that, right?
It's
Listen,
his media.
there has been a lot of at very advanced stages, and that's been confirmed by a number of very prominent journalists, right? And Ashley is the problem why it's not getting sold, because he knows he's losing at least 100 million a season.
He's got the best PR team in the world, man.
Well,
You
Which
know,
brings
he gets
us on-
that's why his accountants won't touch him anymore. That's why his accountants won't touch his Sports Direct anymore. Nobody will take him on. None of the big firms will take his businesses on now. He's failing. He is failing. And he's got one little golden cash cow left.
Those people that have a season ticket,
Our loyalty. That's the problem.
there's no point in them boycotting because he's already got your money.
Exactly.
Of course,
So-
exactly.
You
You're right.
lose your away point allocation if you've been going for years and you've built up this allocation, this system. You know,
you lose all that, of course.
But even boycotting in general is not going to serve
No,
the
I
club.
don't agree.
The only thing it's going to do is kill Newcastle United.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
The only thing I said, because I personally did boycott the Arsenal game. If that had been an empty stadium on TV, it is a statement, surely.
Yes, it is. But
Yeah, but only if everybody does it. If everybody does it,
I
it's
think
brilliant.
if everyone can do, well, that's the whole problem,
that's the
because
thing.
You can take the 40,000, 50,000 people out of the stadium and
Yeah.
replenish it with another 50,000 because there's that many people who want to get on the match.
Can you see how West Ham mobilised? Can you see how Liverpool did? Can you see how Rangers and Celtic do? And we seem to be an apathetic part of the North East where we're accepted.
Exactly.
And that's a difference with us. Something I don't know what it's going to take to change that.
Yeah.
But that seems to be the way we are, because everybody else can seem to mobilise, but the two can't.
I mean, I think the thing for me at the Arsenal is that it just looked like we didn't care. Like with the number of empty seats, it was just little pockets and stuff. It looked like we didn't care as a group of fans, rather than us taking a stand as a group
You've
of
got to
fans.
the other side of the coin. What about these people who's been banned for 30, 40 years, despite the McKeegs and all of them? Do you know what I mean? How do you tell them not to come?
Yeah, but do you think the boycotting...
It's been done
That's
before.
what they've lived for 30, 40, 50 years, to go to the match and have a couple of pints with their mates, and
It's their
sometimes
routine.
when they get to that age, you know what I mean, there might be an odd mate or two missing all the time, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they cling on to that, so you've got to respect both sides of it, but there isn't a way, I don't believe personally, by boycotting the matches, that's going to get rid of Ashley.
But the other side of the coin
I
is,
don't believe that.
you look at prospective buyers, you know, and they see
Yeah.
half empty stadiums and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Is it really going to look appealing to them, you
That's
know?
true, yeah.
So you need to look at it from that side of things as well.
So while all obviously that's been going off the pitch, on the pitch of course we did of course get that shock win against Tottenham. A couple of players I'd like to point
50
out.
to 1 now.
A couple of players I'd like to point out from that game was Christian Atsu and Paul Dummett, who I thought had excellent games in that. I don't know what he's made of that, but
Paul Dummett,
We
right?
had the conversation about Paul Dummett.
Paul Dummett, that guy, right, was born to play left side of a back three.
Yeah.
He was
100%.
absolutely born there, man. And you know what I've noticed lately? In the last 6-8 months of him playing, he's taken on a leadership role.
Yeah.
Bang, bang, come on. You know what I mean? You never used to see that from me, you know what I mean? He was
he's
just...
matured a lot, certainly.
He's one of the fastest players in the Premier League.
I don't think Newcastle look the same when they set up Elwin.
His speed. Huh?
I don't think they look the same when they set up with Dummett. I don't think they look the same.
No,
He's
but
got the
that's
pace and he's a good defender. He's a very good defender.
And I think he's one of the he used to be a full-back, but now he's coming into the central three. You know, he prefers defending, because used to get a lot of full-backs who, you know, they're like a bomb down the wing. People like Yedlin, for example.
Yeah.
He's a full-back who actually, he likes defending.
Well, I still think someone puts a good ball in the box, and I think he 9
Does,
times
yeah,
out of 10
definitely
he'll have
does.
a good ball in the box. Like, which
Competitive, what else?
if we're playing Andy Carroll, you know,
Goodness,
potentially.
well, yes. Speaking
That
of Andy
might
Carroll,
be
of course, he is supposedly meant to make his comeback, or at least be fit for the Liverpool game, which is in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
I personally think that is a fantastic sign, because I think if you can get him fit and keep him fit, he will pick you points up, because there's no doubt about it. When he's fit, there's no one better in the air than
Well,
Andy
I had a look before I came down tonight, just his West Ham's last club.
Mhm,
So he scored
yeah.
26 goals and 102 appearances, so it's still I was like 1 and 4 or something. And for us, it
What's
was.
wrong with you there? Was it
Ooh, I don't know how
6 year?
He was certainly injured for a lot of
It's his
time.
stats.
That's
He
probably not,
did keep him
probably not.
fit.
In
I'd
Newcastle,
say about 5 or 6 years. isn't it?
Newcastle was like, I never said anything before he goes in appearances.
Well, he went to Liverpool in 2000 and 11, yeah.
And he was only there a season or two, wasn't he?
He's got 2 seasons, I'd say.
There's no doubt about it. If you keep him fit, he can. Well, again, as a Burnley fan, I'm used to big guys up top, so I know exactly how it works. And Andy Carroll, you keep him fit, like you said there. There's no better person.
Can I throw a spanner on the works here?
Go on, man.
What if, you know, the way we play a 4-3-3, and we've got Joe Linton there, and we've got Sir Maximin, we've got bloody, what's that little guy that he this chicken? Almiron. What about Dwight Gale in the front three?
I wouldn't put him.
Why not?
To be fair,
Pace to bit, that's where the goal is.
Yeah.
And if he's not
He's
the
got
central
enough.
focal point of the attack, and he's one of the front three, and he can get space. I'm telling you what.
See, this is, we've talked about this, me and Wayne have talked about this before, right? And I'm telling you now, he bangs goals in for fun in the Championship, right? And he does, and I know it's a different level, but let's be honest, Newcastle are competing in the bottom of the Premier League. Bottom of the Premier League. So, I can tell you now, Dwight Gale will score goals if he's played in the right position.
Dwight Gale might score goals in the Man City team.
You ever notice when you see the highlights and when he scores, all the goals he scored at Crystal Palace and that, it's always been from the left. And him just like saying is a different option 20 minutes to go. Like we're Linton there and maybe he's Almiron or Sam Maximin on that side. The man's got pace, the man knows where the goal is, and I'm thinking...
To be fair, when you played in the Premier League last time, you played him all wrong, man. You were playing him up top on his own. He's never going to play up top on his own. Is he? Yeah.
So, if Andy Carroll comes back in, are we going 3-5-2? Are we going 3-5-2 if Andy Carroll comes back in? Because he's got nothing about doing for another striker. Or do we carry on playing the way we're playing, 3-4-3, and have Gale as an option there?
Why were you two so against it then? You both like that.
You've got to throw the option in this argument as well, of course.
Hang on. How many, listen, I'll tell you what it is now. How many goals has he scored in the last 3 seasons in the Championship? Right? In the last 3 seasons. The Championship, alright. So he's been playing the Championship for a top 5 club in the Championship, right? Where a bottom 5-6 club. There's no league unless you get to the top 8, top 9. There's no
if it were called about Galeo, would you prefer that?
If it costs us 40 million for
it because you're 40 million.
No, that's
But you could say the same about Darren. If you know, he looked a good player in the Championship, but as soon as he went to the Premier League, he was.
Darren Murphy was 33.
Yeah. When we were set. But to be fair, he did a job for us in the Championship.
Yeah, he did.
He did a job for us. We needed.
If he's got the confidence, why can't it be?
I think if we can get Dwight Gale
for a return to Anfield, well, that's just. We should just write that game off now. I know I'm sometimes the eternal optimist. I know records are there to be broken, but we haven't won an Anfield since 1992 or something like that.
I think we won in the cup there.
Unless Andy Carroll pops up and scores the winner.
Well, if Stevie Bush just
that's the Stephen Geordies again, yeah.
We played him last week, and I know Burnley were bad, but they're so clinical, Liverpool.
They could have had 5 or 6. If
Salah
played the right balls, then you know.
We could have had 2 or 3 as well.
We've got Fabian Shaw in that.
They normally rip us in the proverbial down there.
We've got Fabian Shaw and June to come back. We're not in a bad shape, you know. We're not in a bad shape.
We've still got a good few injuries though, because of course Richie put out by Hamza Chowdhury's challenge. I agree. I think he would be a very big miss because his role, as it was under Rafa, is to bomb up and down that line.
He works
so well. Does it so well.
He's to give it out as well.
Yes.
It tells you what the state board when he's a massive miss.
Hopefully stepping into that night with the mouthpiece. So we knew we need somebody. I'm happy with that, so I'm happy the way
I thought it was fantastic
and again,
Tottenham.
left side of the front three.
He put a good ball in, didn't he? Put a good ball in for It was a great ball.
It was a great ball.
I would say his overall performance.
Look at the space that Joe Linton had, and look at the space that Atu had to get the ball and put the cross in against Tottenham. Like, if Tottenham did us a good favour there, I think.
No, they were resorting to dirty tactics like no, we do. They're a dirty team, them.
Right, and then of course.
You've got Delhi, you've got them all. They're just dirty teams.
There was the Harry Kane.
Great team and all, you know, when they're on it. You know, when they're going forward, but I think they're a bit dirty, like.
I think there was the Harry Kane penalty appeal as well in that game. I don't know what people made of
that. That was a penalty.
I
All
think-
day
I think
long,
Bar's been
that's
our
why it's
friend
on
the last
Sundays.
couple of games.
That was a penalty, 1,000,000%.
Personally, I didn't think it was a
See, you
penalty.
won't because you fucking.
Well,
you're
no,
Newcastle.
I thought it was a penalty.
It was a penalty all
Looking at
day
it, I was
long.
like so surprised.
Right.
Lascelles knew he'd lost it. Lascelles knew he'd lost
He
the man.
positioned his body to stop. He weren't a natural fall
He
from
played
himself.
very well.
Is that not what Harry Kane
At
does?
the end of the day,
Yeah.
Is that what Harry Kane
when the
just
points
positions
on
his
the
body?
table, it
Look
wasn't
at what
like
he's just been, on Twitter, I know that's crap he's been given. Because he positioned his body when he was called out and he didn't like it, did he?
See,
Harry
swings around on,
VAR
swings
is
around on.
another podcast, isn't it?
Swings
VAR is
around
another
on.
It could be a
podcast
podcast all
because
by itself.
they've looked at it and they've not given a penalty for that,
That's the thing,
and that to me is
it's the whole
ridiculous.
That's
clear
what's
obvious
going to
thing,
kill
isn't
it, him, them, cameras.
It's a whole clean obvious thing because you had some people saying it is, some people saying it's not, so you can't really like come to a decisive decision
So
on it.
VAR hasn't ruined the game because it's still making us have conversations about it. People say now it's going to just make
Yeah.
it so easy and
No,
straightforward.
it just puts an extra one everybody's night when it's a night game.
But now we've had that many controversial VAR results. VAR
I just remember the World Cup last year. It was awash with controversy and
we would have loved it for the Frank Lampard goal.
We have one against Wolves, 96-minute penalty, which yeah, again, never a penalty, but there we go, that's it.
But yes, it was a penalty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I personally disagree, but you know what, we're all entitled to our own opinions. But
Exactly.
that's football.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. I think we've said all we can for tonight. Thank you very much for watching.
Can I just add
Oh,
one
go
more
on,
thing,
then.
please,
Go
before
on,
we stop?
Go on. Wayne.
Michael, Owen.
Ah, yes, of
Oh,
course.
yes.
Sorry,
We must mention this
Owen.
because it's just come out today. The Michael Owen comments about
Oh,
Alan Shearer. And
Really?
Are we going to use a spare puzzle?
Really?
I'll give you a free pass for 2 minutes.
Right, you skanky little fuck pig, yeah? How dare you bring Alan Shearer down to that when all you want to do is leave the club, you never want to join apart from 120 grand a week, and to come up and sit on live TV, bang out the order, just to sell his books. But we're not a big club who is using Newcastle to sell his book. Crap on more kid, we'll help you sell it.
Well, to be fair, he won trophies everywhere he went apart from Newcastle, so.
Fair
But
play.
the way he spoke
Fair
about
play.
Shearer,
Didn't want to play more.
the
He took
Newcastle
the money.
fans aren't going to
He
have
never
it.
He took the money,
wanted
he
to
signed
join
on
with.
contract.
He never wanted to join with. His agent pushed him to
Never
join
won it,
with.
yeah, exactly.
Right, well,
So
we
it's
should.
not loyalty as well. He went to Man United after being a legend at Liverpool.
Right.
Exactly, he comments
It's
about
amazing how
it all.
it's amazing how we didn't have that many injuries there. Sorry. Anyway.
Right, anyway, thank you very much for watching. Thank you to everyone who's taken part tonight. And all I have to say is, how are the lads?
How are the lads?
How are the lads?
Lads.